Say what you want about the validity and importance of polls in April of an election year. The tone and the feel and the dynamics of this presidential race are changing. And we start with new polling in which things are looking pretty damn good for President Joe Biden. Nothing is a guarantee. More than likely, this is an election that will come down to about 500,000 votes in 5 states. But if you have an option between it'll be close and the polls look bad for Biden, or it'll be close and the polls look pretty good for Biden, if your goal is to prevent the potential downfall of democracy with 4 years of dangerous authoritarianism, you choose, if you're a logical person, as I try to be, you choose the scenario in which the polls look better. And indeed, Joe Biden is now beating Donald Trump in a majority of polls. I'll be honest, it's a very slim majority, right? It's like 50% plus one polls. But also, the betting markets have shifted for the first time towards Joe Biden in months. And individually, none of it means anything. There are people who will write to me and say, David, those stupid prediction markets mean nothing. It's kids in their mom's basements playing on websites. All right, well, we can ignore the betting markets. Oh, and David, the polling also means nothing. Well, there is a momentum shift in the polling from a small lead by Trump to a small lead by Biden. By itself, maybe it doesn't tell us everything we need to know, but it all still together is a picture that rejects the notion that Biden can't win. That's the important takeaway. So many have fallen into this doom and gloom. Biden simply cannot win. And there is no evidence whatsoever that Biden cannot win. He might not win. Right, that's true. But he certainly can win. So Newsweek reports Joe Biden is now beating Donald Trump in the majority of recent polls 7 months before the election. Analysis has turned to who will come out on top. Polls have been evenly split, with commentators suggesting the race is too close to call. And it is too close to call. I mean, any election that will come down to 500,000 votes in 5 states and possibly a 1 or 1.5 point margin separating the candidates in those critical states, it is too close to call, but we have data we can look at. And as the article points out, polls appear to be moving in Joe Biden's favor. And that is something we like to see. So we look at a bunch of different polls here. One of the things is we really should divide the polls into the higher quality versus the lower quality polls. Some of those higher quality polls include The Economist, which has it as Trump +1, but they previously had Trump further ahead. The Ipsos Reuters poll has Biden ahead among adults by 1 and among registered voters by 4. The Morning Consult poll has Trump +1, but it previously had Trump leading by more. The Tip Insights poll says Biden +3 or even, depending on which configuration you look at. And the RMG Research poll says Biden +1. YouGov Economist previously had it roughly tied. So that's number one. We then go to the betting markets. The betting markets are not who do you plan to vote for, but who do you bet is likely to win? And of course, these numbers are representative only of those who are participating on this particular website, predictit.org. But it is still better to see Biden winning rather than losing. And as you can see now, Biden the favorite over Trump, not by a ton, but the favorite on the betting market framework. Interestingly, Gavin Newsom, seen by the betting markets as just as likely to be the next president of the United States as Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Kennedy is running. Newsom insists he will not run. And somehow still the betting markets have that roughly even. So that's where we are right now. Nothing is dispositive. Nothing is definitive. The predictive value is subject to interpretation. But if you have an option between your guy is losing in the polls or your guy is gaining to winning in the polls, I go with winning. That's where we are. And we are days away from the start of Donald Trump's first criminal trial. Let's discuss that next. It is time to start thinking like voters and to make sure that kids understand the importance of voting, how it works, registering, ballot initiatives, because so many kids just have no idea. That's why I wrote the new children's book, Think Like a Voter. I can think of no better time and no more important group of folks to try to reach. The book is now available at davidpakman.com/book, where, by the way, you can get the first 2 books in the series as well. Think Like a Detective and Think Like a Scientist. Really important stuff. Donate them to local libraries, classrooms, read them with the kids. davidpakman.com/book.